I don't know if I should say this.
Who?
Kylian Mbappe.
Oh.
Mbappe is overrated. But I think
Begum.
Yeah, Shamima Begum.
Foxy piece of work. Right, into the big talking point of the week. VAR.
Yes.
PSG. Manchester United.
Yes.
Handball or not handball?
You want my honest opinion?
No, we're here to feed lies.
Okay. It was a correct call then.
In what way?
That's me lying, by the way. Honest opinion, never a penalty. I'm sure there was an article in was it in the Sky Sports?
So what made you say correct call?
It wasn't a correct call, man. No chance, man. I think most United fans will tell you it wasn't a correct call. Obviously, they're going to say it is because their team's gone through. But generally speaking, I don't think it was. Was it you who sent me the article that that penalty wouldn't have stood in the Premiership?
I don't think it would have stood anywhere in
Yeah,
reality, but...
Yeah, I don't think it stood
No, it wasn't
anywhere
me
as
who sent it to you, no.
Was it one of the lads? I can't remember.
Yeah, possibly.
But it's done now, they're through, innit? And all credit to Ollie for doing such a fantastic job.
I'm not so sure about saying all credit to Ollie because PSG... Okay, this is another thing I was going to say. PSG, did they bottle it or did United do great?
I don't think PSG bottled it. I think they were overconfident from the first leg. I think they were strolling in and doing like little flicks, and you see Mbappe with a bit of showboating earlier on in the first half, I think it was, and a few of the other players. And I don't know, it just seemed as
they
if
gave away a goal so quickly. Surely
yes.
that would have made them think, yo,
yeah, but
we just gifted away an own
yeah,
goal.
but they scored straight away after
away
that.
goal, sorry.
But they scored straight away after that.
No, it wasn't straight away. It was a bit of a while. Was
Okay,
it 1-1 at half
It
time?
was 1, no, yeah, it was 1-1 at half time, I think.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't. Rashford scored before that, didn't he? 2-1. Yeah, I'm sure it was 2-1. Yeah, Rashford did score in the first half.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did, yeah.
It was Lukaku double. Rashford scored a penalty at the end.
Sorry, Rashford's shot led to the goal. That's the one, yes. I'm not used to Lukaku scoring, innit? That's what it is. Seriously. But he has got shades of R9 in him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Halson's not on this channel. You don't need to say
not on
that.
this channel,
No.
yeah. He has got shades of R9.
No. But, yeah, like we were saying there, Ollie at the wheel. Do you think he should get the job?
Of course.
I'm not so sure.
Who do you have instead of him? I don't say Pochettino.
Well, I think he's a clear standout favourite. Look, I'll tell you why.
Go on.
I don't think Solskjaer would do the same job
Right.
once there's genuine expectation on him. Right now he's got a free role at this job he's got. And the one time we thought he was going to go smash it, he went and beat Tottenham. The next game, Burnley. Yeah? That's what he thought, right, United are going to go and pick up these 3 points, really put the teams above them on pressure. When it's United's turn to turn up the heat, they went and drew at home. Went 2-0 down to Burnley. Good comeback.
Good comeback, though.
It was a good comeback.
Reminiscent of the old Fergie days, as they'd say.
But they shouldn't be in that position after the confidence they gained from the Tottenham match.
Well, to be honest, I think the only big team they've beaten in the Premier League is Tottenham.
Yeah, well,
But
they beat some big teams. I'm not going to go...
Arsenal and Chelsea was in the FA Cup.
You still have to beat them, innit?
Yeah, but this current Arsenal-Chelsea team, man. I mean...
The Chelsea team that got spanked 6-0.
6-0, yeah, and the Arsenal team as well. I mean, let's not forget as well, I'm thinking, was it Emery who went on a 22-game unbeaten run?
Yeah, but you got to remember,
Sarri went on an 18-game unbeaten run.
It's such a big swing. Remember in November when they were getting panned by Liverpool 3-1 in it?
Yeah.
And the performance they put in. So at least they're looking better in that sense. But
then, yeah,
the other time I was talking about in terms of putting in a performance, or not even a result, just a performance, was the home game against PSG.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the fact that they lost, it was how they lost. Was it one shot all match on target?
Yeah.
And it just looked and felt so laboured.
The game that's just gone by, I think...
That's why, for me, by the way, Poch should get the job ahead of Solskjaer, because although Solskjaer's done a fantastic job, and I know Poch hasn't won trophies, but Poch has shown over the course of a season, on a shoestring budget as well, by the way, because Tottenham, if anything, they're working on a plus, aren't they? And people say, oh, net spend trophy. It's not about that. It's about working with them tools. And if he's done a good job with Tottenham, because I don't think they'd be in the top 4 without
I think it was a combination of PSG being really bad. I mean, the first leg, you've seen the huge contrast in quality on both teams. The golfing class, man. That was massive. You had Marquinhos. I mean, he was bossing the midfield, and he's a centre-back or right-back, isn't he?
A right-back.
Right-back, but he's been playing there all season. Yeah, but Pogba's been playing there all his life, you know what I mean? And he bossed that midfield.
Do you think it's a blessing in disguise that Pogba didn't play in France?
I think it probably was, you know. You know him with his unnecessary step-overs and flakes and a little bit of showboating, and then pinging 150 yards out.
And then players like McTominay just put in the shift, innit?
I think it was a combination of PSG being really bad in the second leg and United just taking their chances. I mean, that Buffon howler, that first goal that Lukaku scored as well, when the guy was the right back who passed it across.
Yeah,
he passed it across. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I think it was
perfect through ball for Lukaku, wasn't it?
It was fantastic through ball. It was, and then you got the VAR decision at the end as well. But listen, but then again on the other side, look at the team they had as well. No Pogba, no Matic, no Herrera.
Yeah.
So I think it was a combination of both. I think it was a combination of
United did their part basically.
Listen, they've done their part, mate. They got the chances, they took the chances. End off. Back to Ollie now, though. I agree with you in the sense that a lot of managers could have picked up the pieces. I mean, the mess that Mourinho left it in. I mean, I think me and you could have picked up the pieces there. However, do you reckon Pochettino would have got a result against PSG at 3-1? They just won.
See, I think not many people would have done. Again, like we
I
said,
don't think
PSG.
I don't think he would have.
Like we said, against PSG, PSG shot themselves in the foot.
Yep.
So, has Ollie brought that belief and luck that maybe not other managers would have? This season, he's probably the best option to have come in.
Well, the players want to play for him now, don't they? I mean, under Mourinho, you've seen the attitude. You know, we live in a reality now, yeah, where players can actually go become Mardy on the pitch, and they won't play for the manager. This was unheard of when we were growing up, you know, like 02, 03. We had real men playing football. Now the players get a bit Mardy, and they've got the power to actually get rid of a manager, just like Mourinho at Chelsea. At Chelsea, the same thing happened. I think Hazard was the main instigator in the dressing room, apparently.
He's banging that fit physio, innit?
Yeah, I mean, so actually I'm married, I can't comment on that. We'll talk about that later.
She could still be pretty.
No, yeah, but I wasn't about the banging part, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's an unfortunate reality where players have actually got that power to, you know, like get rid of the manager, and they can stir up the other players, and they'll stop playing for him. And like, look at Pogba. Don't get me wrong, Pogba was completely shocking under Mourinho. He's improved drastically.
Do you think United would have the same points tally gained from when Solskjaer came if Poch was to take over now? Or do you think Poch's big success would start being at United next season, even if he came this January?
I think Poch would have done a good enough job this season as well. But the defining factor is that PSG game. I don't think Poch would have got a result that game.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think he would have got a result. Trust me. Because I was chatting to a few United fans. Obviously, they know if they get a good draw in the quarters, is it Ajax and Porto? They're still in the draw, aren't they? Ajax and Porto.
Ajax. Oh my God, we'll move on to them in a moment.
Yeah, we'll move on to them in a moment. Yes, however, considering the other teams are in there, Man City, Bayern, Barca, Juve are technically out, Atletico.
Well, it's Liverpool are buying.
Well, Liverpool buying, you know what I mean? I already wrote Liverpool off there, innit? I mean, like Liverpool already.
This is a Liverpool fan as well, cunt.
But I think they'd favour to take Ajax or Porto. And if they get past the quarters into the semis, then they can start believing. Just like Liverpool last season, eh? Once you get into the quarter-final stages, anyone's tournament, really. You get past the quarters, in the semis, in the final, 2 games left, and that's it.
Yeah.
However, a lot of United fans, when I was chatting to them after the game, they were saying to me, even if they go out next round, they're not bothered. It's just a performance they're putting against PSG.
Ollie's at the wheel.
Ollie's at the wheel, yeah. It was just that confidence, that boost, innit? That look, this was like reminiscent of the old Fergie days. You know, like you lost your first leg 2-0, and I think they were the first team in Champions League history to overturn a first league deficit of 2 goals at home.
It was a 2-0 because I remember Chelsea did against Napoli.
Yeah.
But was it was Napoli away they won 4-1? I can't remember. Either way, Chelsea lost a game 3-1 in the first leg, and then won 4-1 with Di Matteo. You can remember they went on to win the Champions League.
Yes.
It might have been at home, and I think it was a 2-0.
Look, now you mentioned Di Matteo as well. He came in this sort of fashion as well, innit?
Yeah, but they didn't give him the job. This is Chelsea.
I know, but they didn't give him the job. Chelsea are known for stuff like that. But look what he won the Champions League, man. You know what I mean? So it's possible. Anything's possible. However, obviously,
I think he might have had a better team. He definitely had a better team.
He did have a better team, yes.
Yeah, so I can't.
But But then again, look at it. He had a better team, and Solskjaer, the team he had against PSG, to overturn that. 3 chances, 3 goals. Yeah, third one, bit of a gift, a VAR gift. Let's not be.
First 2 a bit of a gift as well.
Yeah, but what's all this VAR about, man? It's confusing the game, man. It takes so much time for the referee to have a look at it, and then.
VAR is just a video assistance in sense of you can go watch the replay. Yeah. Them extra 3 minutes the ref is taking is him taking his time. The replay doesn't take 3 minutes to load.
How many bad decisions have there been on VAR, man?
You've just seen the Porto one. I've seen that.
I've seen that.
Alright, let's move on from that because we could be talking about VAR for too long.
But back to the rules though. Sorry, 1 minute. Because this is what I found strange. The rule says, apparently, that if your arm's in an unnatural position, away from the body, something along those lines, isn't it?
Yeah, but then they've gone into this rule about being out of the silhouette. So you know when your arms are down,
The silhouette, yeah,
once
yeah.
you go out
Yeah.
of that, or silhouette, sorry,
yeah.
Once they go out of that, then they class it as unnatural. But it feels like they've never played the game. Who on earth jumps with the arms down?
Like
Yeah,
that. You can't propel yourself into the air. Yeah, you can't propel
so
yourself into the air.
that's not natural. To run like that or be in the silhouette is unnatural.
I mean, we watched that game with 2 United fans.
And even they said
weren't expecting. They were waiting for the corner.
Waiting for the corner,
like,
yeah.
even they thought that was
that
something.
and the stream to stop buffering.
And yeah, exactly, the dodgy stream. Yeah, but
no, it was a legit stream.
Legit stream. Sorry, yeah, it was a legit.
Yeah, it genuinely was.
Yeah, it was.
So trying to get me in trouble.
But even they didn't think it was a penalty. And even I thought, look, you know, the referee's gonna look at it and say, look, he's jumped up. Okay, his arm's a bit up, but to make a block, to jump up, how are you gonna propel yourself into the air without raising your arms? So like,
all right, here's another topic which I said we were about to move on to.
we moved on from Ollie then.
Yeah.
So Ollie's, I personally think he's the best man for that job. To be honest, I'd take him over Poch.
All right, we haven't then because I think Poch is the man. But
I think that's your
say
Liverpool biasness.
No. I genuinely think Poch is the best man. It's not about Liverpool bias. I genuinely think not this season, but I mean going into the next season with a transfer
Poch has
window.
got Harry Kane. He's got Eriksen. He's got Dele Alli.
He recruits these players. He brings again.
Look at the players Solskjaer's got.
I wouldn't begrudge United or anyone that gives him the job. But I'm saying I feel that Poch is the guy. Come September, should be the one that takes that team forward.
I think I personally go for Solskjaer. I think every United fan would go for Solskjaer as well.
Well, let me know what you guys
Legend
think
of
in
the club,
section.
played there, yeah. But yeah, leave it to the comment section.
So going on to the next big talking point, because this was the VAR such a big call. We forgot about the 3 times in a row European champions getting, I don't even say dumped because it doesn't feel like it was a harsh enough beating or harsh enough word. They got absolutely torn apart.
That's embarrassing.
All right, let me just say one thing. Do you think they are missing Ronaldo, or do you think it's the end of a cycle? Or a combination? It could be.
Combination of both. Ronaldo, probably in the past decade, probably the best goal scorer on one.
After Messi.
No.
He's there with Messi, innit?
He's better than Messi.
Messi's literally got the same amount of goals, I think.
No, but in terms of, just in the right place, right time, he gets
Oh, as in actual, like, on the pitch.
On the pitch, yeah.
As in play style, yeah.
As
I thought you meant as in numbers.
Just in that play style. You're just getting them goals. Like Madrid will be playing shockingly, and this guy will just turn up in the right place, back post tapping, whatever it is, he's there.
But do you think this Madrid, even if it had Ronaldo in, do you think they would have got past this Ajax team with Ronaldo in? The way they were playing defensively, the way they couldn't really string passes in the midfield.
I think they would have, you know.
With Ronaldo, so you think they overturn it?
Ronaldo's he's the highest goal scorer in the Champions League, and I mean, in games like this, man, he thrives off, man. Madrid will be playing bad for 80 minutes. This guy will come on, man.
Goals do change games.
They do, man.
Yeah, I get that, but I just feel like even if Ronaldo was there, I don't think it's a guarantee Madrid through. Like you said, sorry.
Listen, you're a Messi enthusiast. You've got grudges and personal biases against Ronaldo.
I'm trying to say the rest of the team was that bad. I think Ronaldo increases their chances of going through.
But how many times has the team been bad and Ronaldo turned up? Never. Never. No, I'm joking, he has.
No, I was just about to say that is a good point. Like say, not PSG, Ajax could have been great for that match if they got caught on one counter attack. Ronaldo was clinical because Madrid did have their chances, and a goal a lot earlier on in the game can really take the confidence out of Ajax, and suddenly it becomes.
I've seen the stick that the fans have been giving to the players.
Is it in my back garden? No.
See, but Madrid are that type of club.
Yeah, it's that.
They're that type of club, a horrible club, innit?
And they actually won't bail out. I mean, that guy's scored in I think 2 or 3 finals.
They've booed Ronaldo in the past as well.
Yeah, they're ungrateful bunch of fans. They really are.
Shit fans.
They're that ungrateful. I'm going to move on from them. Fuck you, lot. You don't deserve to be on this podcast.
Yeah, let's move on from them, man.
The other big one that I've heard a lot of people say to me, and they've asked me in my YouTube things, if Klopp doesn't win a trophy, Klopp doesn't win a trophy,
this would be interesting.
By the end of this season, should he be sacked?
No.
Why? Well, I think that's good enough. Just go on.
Let's move on. That's done.
No, why would? Well, I'm in that same belief that he shouldn't be sacked. But then people say, look how much he spent. Which, in fairness, I think he's.
But his net spending in terms of what he's sold and what he's bought, it's not that big,
Yeah, it's not. But people say that Jose doesn't have the net spend at United, but he got didn't get the backing.
But if you use that same principle.
They're saying this guy's getting
Mourinho,
back.
He won the Europa League and he won the... What else did he win?
The FA Cup.
FA Cup, was it?
No, the Carling Cup. The FA Cup.
The League Cup, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, they've won them 2 trophies. They've won 2 trophies. But was there any progression in their style of play, their football? So I don't know what the standards are. I mean, is success based on trophies? Is it based on the attitude of the team? what squad you build, how you're playing football, or is it just based on we just want a trophy, end off, whatever it is? And even then, let's be honest. You know, most of these trophies that United have won recently, the Europa League, and this, they used to call them Mickey Mouse trophies. Remember when Liverpool, I don't know why I'm saying Liverpool like that, as if they don't exist, yeah. They do exist, yeah. But remember when Liverpool used to win stuff like this, and they say, oh, Mickey Mouse Cups, Mickey Mouse. Look, let's be honest. For a big club, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, it's League and Champions League, innit? They're the main trophies that you're after. These little trophies, they look nice when you've won them. It's like Guardiola, he's won the League last year and he won the League Cup last year. Was it League and League Cup or was it League and FA Cup last year?
He did a double. I think it was the League Cup.
League Cup and thingy. Now, if he won that in isolation...
I could be wrong, actually. No, Chelsea won the FA Cup last year, so it would have been...
It was the League Cup, yeah. So, if he won the League Cup in isolation, where he's won a trophy, nah, like, it's the Premier League and Champions League what everyone's after. You know what I mean?
So, let me just say, from where fans want our trophies, fans want trophies, right?
Of course.
But for me, I can remember what life was like without Klopp.
Yes.
I remember falling asleep to Liverpool matches.
Yes.
The teams we had. If you go back 5 years and look at some of the lineups, and then you look at them now, you think, them players, I like them to be fair.
Yes.
But a lot of them starting players wouldn't be on our bench now because the quality's changed. Although we've still got room for improvement, but Klopp's bought it a lot faster. Like, you know, he brought us further forward a lot faster than I thought we could be. So if he doesn't win it, I can still see progression.
To be honest, I don't think Liverpool are going to win it. And I was saying that, you know, even when Liverpool had a 7-point cushion or something like that, I was saying it then as well, if you remember quite clearly, because they've not got the depth in the squad.
It's not just that. You got to remember back then, I think we had played more of our big games at home. City still got to play all their big games at home. So people don't realise they do play a big role. Like, look, we lost to Everton. Not lost. Fucking feel like we lost.
It does feel like a loss,
We drew to Everton and Salah, United.
We'll come to Salah. Okay. But this is where we might argue and things may be broken here as well. But
then you've got a big bill to pay at the end.
Yes.
But yeah, I was saying, with Liverpool, I feel like the progression is there. Like, even if we don't win the trophy, if we miss out by a couple of points, last year we finished 25 or 26 points behind Man City. Now, to think that, we were 7 points ahead at one stage, but football doesn't win at, after 19 games of the season.
Actually, United fans, they say if the season started when Ollie came in, we'd be top of 10.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so City had played, at Stamford Bridge by then. They had played a few of their big games away from home. We played a few of them at home. So that could be the reason we had 6 points ahead of them, or 7, sorry. So, I think City's team being 25 points ahead last year speaks volumes of how far they really are ahead of us. I think we've had a lot of luck as well.
All right. And please don't say Pochettino to this. Who would you replace him with?
With Klopp?
Yeah, who do you replace Klopp with?
That's the thing. I don't know who I would.
Except there's no one there.
If Poch was available, then it would be. I wouldn't. This is a difference. I'm saying if we sacked Klopp, then I'd say bring in Poch. I'm not saying get rid of Klopp to bring in Poch, but I'm saying if Liverpool really felt like they had to get rid of Klopp because he's not progressing with anymore, then I'd say bring in.
Well, I don't think any Liverpool fan wants him sacked.
Oh, you get some deluded twats out there.
No, I don't think majority of them don't.
Because they keep saying, "Oh, he's got to cup finals and he hasn't won them." Well, how many other managers would have actually got them to that cup final? That's what they don't realise. Were they the second best team in Europe last year? No.
Of course not. Yeah.
Man City shown you how far they were.
They broke every other record last season.
They were 25 points ahead in the league. So if anything, Liverpool weren't the second best team in Europe. Madrid weren't even the best team in their league. Barcelona won theirs. So in reality, Liverpool probably shouldn't have been.
Ultimately, the league table never lies. 38 games, you have to show consistency. They're 1 point behind. City are winning the title. I don't want anyone to get happy here and think that Liverpool.
I genuinely believe we can still win.
No.
I still think we can. I genuinely think we can.
Do you know why? Because they're bottlers, unfortunately. Liverpool are bottlers, man. They've got it in them, man.
But I don't think Klopp. He's won 2 league titles.
And Klopp looks like he's panicking a bit now as well. Like, I mean, the last game he was blaming, was it the wind or it was too wet or something?
I don't know.
It sounds like Ty from Arsenal Fan TV. Seriously, like, he was blaming the wind.
I think he could be doing that. Remember what Jose used to do back in the day? He'd just say anything to get the attention away from the players. Fergie's done it a few times. Where, you just say the most absurd things.
Yeah.
Can you remember Fergie said something about Henderson's running style?
Yeah.
When the fuck did that guy become?
He wanted to sign Henderson apparently, innit? But he just didn't like his running style. Yeah.
Well, I think he might have missed out. I don't know what happened. But either way, he suddenly became an expert in how to run in a straight line and stuff. So managers say and do the most absurd things for a reason, and that's probably to get you away from what should be the attention of drawing to Everton and Salah missing them chances and things like that. So that's why he may have said that.
I don't think Klopp should be sacked.
I don't think so.
Because the team's progressed with him, the style of football's progressed. They've actually got a half decent first 11. The bench still needs a bit more work doing to it, but he's progressed the team, and he has just stumbled right at the end here. Champions League final, this final, that final. I mean, if he won the Champions League last season, no one would be on about getting him sacked this season. That topic would be off. Seriously, because he won the Champions League last season.
They'll
Isn't
probably
it?
have a statue by now as
well. Yeah. But if he wins the league, they'll probably have 5 statues. But it's not going to happen, so don't get happy. It's not going to happen, trust me, man. City squad, man.
1 point, man. 1 point.
It is 1 point. But it'll probably be 4. You know, City are playing, I think, this Saturday, and Liverpool playing on Sunday, aren't they? Yeah, that's
Liverpool
right.
are playing Burnley
on Sunday.
Don't mean that, then they might
but you know, when see, I'm not even saying if, when City win on Saturday, 4 points clear. Liverpool are going to know, think, oh my God, they're going to have extra pressure. Oh, if we lose this, that's it, the title's definitely done. Even though it is, like, I don't know, man. They just can't handle the pressure. I say that, Mohamed Salah, let's go to him.
See, this is the thing. With Everton, did Liverpool play bad? No.
No, they didn't.
Did Salah finish poorly? Yes, very. Yes. You can't have 2 1-on-1s.
Do you still think he's a world-class player?
I've always maintained one thing. As a player, he was never world-class. Even in that season where he scored 31, 32 goals, his touch wasn't great. His dribbling past players wasn't amazing. Like,
but you have one-offs, innit? Yeah, Leicester won the league. Jamie Vardy broke Van Nistelrooy's record of scoring the most consecutive games in one season. I think Van Nistelrooy did it on the back end of one and then followed on the other. You get these one-hit wonders. It happens. Who knocked out Lennox Lewis? Hassim Rahman. Remember that fight?
Yeah.
Hassim Rahman. Nobody comes out, knocks out Lennox Lewis. You get these odd moments. Salah's had his moment.
This is where I don't want to sound like I'm contradicting myself, but Salah is a goal scorer. He's a good goal scorer. No. He's not a clinical goal scorer. He's not a clinical goal scorer. He's a good goal scorer, meaning he will get himself in them positions time and time again. Like, in my eyes, is he better than someone like Eden Hazard? No.
De Bruyne.
But will he get me more goals than Hazard? Yeah. Because that's just the way he plays. And what wins you games? Defenses. Clean sheet, goals. Defenses. But goals. And that's the thing. Like,
so if you imagine
it's so frustrating.
Would you take Salah over Hazard?
See, that's the tough one.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. What you just said now.
But you got to remember, this is the same as an Eden Hazard that went a year with 1 goal.
Yeah.
Just 1 goal in the year. And he didn't have an injury. He played all year.
Yeah, but he's a Mardy guy, innit? He always falling out with his coaches.
No, he wasn't. I think he just went through. He had a little bit of a spat, but
it wasn't
enough to say that he was that Mardy. He went a year and just picked.
But football's a team game. You can't keep relying on him, innit? Most of the time, he has a good game. Even though he doesn't score, he might have a good game. See, this is another thing. Just because someone scores in a big game, does that mean they've had a good game?
No, I understand that.
Like, you can score a tap-in. Like, doesn't mean you have a good game. You could have a complete crap 89 minutes and you've scored a tap-in, and you wasted 7 chances and you take 1 tap. Like, I don't know, but like them chances at Everton, someone of his supposed ability should be burying them chances. I remember that cross as well. We had huge margin of error.
Yeah.
To the back post and straight into the keeper's hands. The keeper's caught it casually. I don't know.
It was harder to do that than actually.
Actually was, yeah.
Like, not getting on.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of one of these park footballers. I was going to say another word, but he reminds me of one of these Asian footballers. Yeah. Starts with a P, ends with an I. Yeah. And he's just got a bit of pace on him, but he's very scared and timid, doesn't get stuck in. He's a bit like Matip sometimes. You know, Joel Matip.
That rock at the back.
Like, he's very scared. Like, don't touch me, don't hurt me. You know what I mean? Leave me alone. Here, take the ball. I don't want it. It's yours. Like,
that's his play style.
Think about it, Salah. Awful right foot. Awful left foot. That's his strong foot. Yeah, that's his strong foot. Yeah.
I think
shocking first touch.
I think you've been too harsh on him.
Shocking first touch. Let's be real here. I'm a Liverpool fan as well. Shocking first touch. Shocking finishing. I don't know how I think he's not joint top. He's not. No. I think Aguero's top of the.
I think he's 1 behind.
1 behind Aguero. Yeah. I don't know how he's got that many goals. Yeah. Probably tap-ins, whatever. Yeah. But the simple attributes that's needed for a player, like he struggles with. So predictable. How many times we watch the game and we know in our mind this is what he's going to do before he's even done it, and the defender, like we know, sat for me, the defender's going to know, gets dispossessed. Then you got a fat little git like Luke Shaw who's boasting, "I've pocketed Mo Salah." You've not pocketed anyone world class, in my opinion. You probably still think he is world class.
I never said he was world class. I just think he was good at sticking the ball in the back of the net. To a point, not a clinical.
What would you describe him as?
I'll keep it short and sweet. I've already said it before. As a footballer, he's very, very limited. But he's just that little niggly player that you can't keep your eye off. You can't think that, he's not going to be dangerous if we step up for a second. But there's some players where if you give them the ball, you know they're going to be wasteful with it.
Yeah.
And not get in a threatening position. but he is one of those that will find himself in dangerous positions if you switch off at that moment. And that's why, like, when you said to me, would I have him over Hazard? That's the only reason I would have him over Hazard. Not because he's better dribbler, because he's not. Not because he's got a better pass, because he hasn't. He hasn't even got a better shot than Hazard.
He's got nothing better than Hazard.
He's getting them positions.
He's got a better first name than him.
Yeah, that's true. But the only thing is, he finds the back of the net more than Hazard will, because he gets in them dangerous areas more than Hazard will.
Right, and now...
So he's a better goal scorer, but he's not a better player.
Is he getting in them dangerous areas, or are they because of his style of play, or is that Klopp's system?
Yeah, but...
Is Klopp's system getting the best out of him, or is it his innate attributes as a footballer, as a out-and-out, born natural goal scorer that's getting him that? Because I personally think it's Klopp's system.
Okay.
The way he plays.
Let me ask you one thing. Do you think Eden Hazard, if he's put on the right or left wing in
that same Liverpool team,
do you think he'd be getting in the same goals?
100%.
But when he...
100 and you know
when
what?
he's in a more attacking team,
yeah,
like Belgium,
right,
does he get in them positions as much? No, he doesn't.
You can't compare Belgium.
No. But I'm saying he's in a more attacking system.
You can't compare Belgium.
I know, you can.
You can't. You can't. Shall I tell you why?
Why?
Because, one, that's a national team. These players, you know, when you're playing for a club, you're training 5-6 times a week with each other. You're playing with the same set of lads, same bunch of players. How many times have you played with a regular, on a basic level? We've played with a regular bunch of lads in a regular team. We know how everyone works, what everyone's positions are. The moment we play with random people, they can actually make you look a bit bad as well, like, because you're not used to playing with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
So you can't compare the Belgium team.
Fair point.
Because look, if Hazard was in that Liverpool team, and you just swap like for like, yeah, put him on the left or the right, whatever it is, yeah. But Salah's out and Hazard's in that team. Hazard's scoring more goals and he's taking them chances. And he's not going to get pocketed by Luke Shaw, man. Especially with that Klopp style of play and the way Klopp plays and that press and how they get it into the front three quickly and there's 4 or 5 people breaking at the same time and they're playing on the shoulder of the defender.
Can you remember when we were close to, like, not close, but we were linked to them at the time?
Yeah. And you should always say to me, he's a health hazard, this guy is. He's a dangerous player.
He's a dangerous player.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember you saying
What year was that? That was a long time ago.
Oh, the signing was when Chelsea won the Champions League, 2012, I think.
Something like that, but yeah, 7 years ago, man.
Yeah, that would have been a good signing.
But yeah, Salah, I'm not convinced with him, man. But you know what? People are probably thinking that, look, this guy was probably saying last year, Lily, you know, from last year as well, I was saying the same things to you. That
to be fair, you were saying exactly.
I was consistent.
What you're saying right now on podcast.
Exactly. I was saying it back then. Even when he was scoring in every other game and he was scoring that belter against Roma, I go, look, because I won it one day. Vardy's done it. Leicester's done it. Liverpool haven't. But yeah, Vardy's done it. Leicester's done it.
You're trying to fucking get me killed in the comments.
But yeah, so I'm not convinced with Salah. But yeah, Klopp shouldn't be sacked. I don't think majority of Liverpool fans would want him sacked. And Salah, he needs to fix up, man. Big time. Here's a question I want to ask you. Even though it's your channel and your podcast.
God, I'm a nice host.
You know,
just with the most
United and City, they're playing in a couple of weeks, aren't they? Is it a couple of weeks?
No, it's been like backlogged all day because of the cup final.
Oh yeah, it has gone to what?
It's gone all the way back to like the 3rd or 4th last game of the season.
Okay, cool. Now, if Liverpool are still in the race by a couple of points, 1 point, 2 points, whatever it is, but if they're still there, if United take a battering at Old Trafford by City, what are the odds that United fans are going to say, yeah, we let them because we don't want Liverpool to win?
Oh, I'm just going to cut this part short and sweet. I don't think United have the tools to let them decide if they're going to win or lose. Yeah. I think straight up, I expect City to just get up, bend them over. When it matters, City do the big teams. They normally do.
They do.
In the Premier League. Champions League, they got done by Liverpool last year because in the Champions League, City have no history. They have no sort of... They didn't know how to approach that. And they were in shock. They were in shock from the beating on the bus. But in the Premier League, they've been there. They've
beating
done that.
on the bus, man. There's only a few people took a few bricks and stuff.
Yeah, but they're not used to that, though, innit? They're not used to it. They're not used to it. They were traumatised, man.
They weren't traumatised, man. That was just an excuse, man.
Either way, they were
from Manchester, man.
Well, let's hope that was for their own sake. They were
most of them from Brazil, man.
Because they were in a state of mind when they lost. Was it 3 or 4-0 at Anfield? 3-0, innit? Yeah. If they were mentally right and took a 3-0 beating, then they deserve to go out. So for their sake, let's just say they were traumatised by what came onto the pitch. But in the league, they're going to batter United. I think last year when it was Etihad, when they were 2-0 up, I knew they blew it with the chance to win the league against United. But I think that was because they literally had too much of a party going on at half time.
They did, yeah.
But I think this year, Pep wouldn't let that happen with Liverpool and being.
But then again, even last year when they lost to United lost the next game anyway. You know, it shows us one hit one day, and shit can happen in one game, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The only thing is, for me, City, if they do lose the title, it won't be because of teams like Man United. It'll be like the Newcastle result, the Leicester, the Palace. It'll be them that cost City the title, not Man United, because I don't think United will.
How about if Arsenal, which they won't, because they're bottlers against United, and United have got their number. Even under Mourinho, they've had their number. If Arsenal beat United this weekend, and United are in the battle for top 4, do you reckon that'll affect their performance against City?
Well, if
so
Arsenal managed to get the result against United,
it comes to that, yeah. And when it comes to the City United fixture, imagine United are 5th, like 1 point off 4th, or something like that, very close, like they're in the battle for top 4.
This result will be too far, so like it'll be 5 games ago in it. So I don't think whether they beat Arsenal or not, I don't think this result will play in the mind there because the fixture's been pushed that far back. I don't think it'll have that much of an impact. I think United, to be honest, I think Solskjaer's gonna go for that result because that's just the way he is right now. He even says it in interviews, like he keeps talking about Man United as if he's a fan. He is a fan as well. He keeps saying we're Man United, like as if like the fans that you hear them
excited little teenager.
So I don't think he thinks about Liverpool at all. So if he gets the chance, if United were playing City on the last day and they say, look, you beat Man City, we'll give Liverpool the title, Solskjaer will still go for that win. He's not a fan that will make you think that we're going to lose on purpose to make sure Liverpool don't win. That's not Solskjaer.
So this tie of United and City...
In all his interviews I've heard him, like even before he took the United job, because they asked him questions about Liverpool when he was managing that Norwegian club or something. And he goes, I don't know why you're not focused on Liverpool. We do our job, that's it.
So when it comes to that fixture of United and City, United aren't going to dictate. They're not going to decide, shall we win this game, shall we lose this game?
For me, I believe Solskjaer is going to just go out to win. I don't think he gives a damn what happens with Liverpool. Whether
I think he's not bothered about it.
He's not
bothered about that.
Which I don't think any manager, to be honest, I don't
all
think
their fans are bothered about it there.
It's the fans that are obviously pissed off.
Can you believe it? They'd rather City win the league.
It's the catch-22.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
They're like, you know what make me laugh though? Genuinely make me laugh. They've been supporting City all season, yeah?
Yeah, obviously they don't want Liverpool to win.
No, yeah, so that's why they've been supporting City for a very long time. More than they've been supporting Man United this year.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Fucking cunts. But imagine City going to win the quadruple, and now all them years of talking about the treble, the year they were supporting City is the year they've actually gone and outdone Man United's best achievement of the treble. Because I feel like, you know, if Juventus get knocked out, which they very likely will, at 2-0 down, and PSG have been knocked out, Real Madrid have been knocked out, so this Champions League is so open,
isn't it?
That I feel like it's going to be Man City's.
But PSG won't really, they were never going to win it. Madrid, I don't think anyone had them at the start of the season that they're going to win it. And even with Juve, I don't...
It was the Ronaldo impact that people were thinking might get. And plus, you got to remember, Juve had made 2 finals in 4 years or 3 years. In very recent history, they lost one to Barca and they lost one to Madrid. So they were a team that were an early club there. And now they look like they're going to get knocked out. And you think the signing of Ronaldo might have pushed them there. But I feel like now that it looks like Juve 2-0 down, still second leg to play, it feels like they're out anyway. Madrid are out. PSG out.
PSG were never winning it.
If I had to put money on it, it'd be Man City or Barca. It'll be one of them two, yeah.
Yeah, you'd say that.
And the way Barca defend, I feel like Man City have got enough in them to take Barca out. It won't be easy, but I feel like they've got enough in there to take them out.
How about this? It's never going to happen. But imagine City win the Champions League, Liverpool win the league. How would that be for a United fan? I'm just thinking, smiling about it. I was thinking, what a great
Life isn't going to be that kind to us.
It's never going to happen. Let's get that thought off our minds. It's never going to happen. I don't know why we're getting excited about that.
Right, let me ask you one thing. If City win the league, would you rather they go to win the league and Champions League, or just the league?
Depends who won the Champions League.
No, we don't know who's going to win.
Okay, we don't know who won it.
But it's either City do the double, or they just win the league. Like, which one would like?
I'd want them to win the league and Champions League, because I like Guardiola.
No, that's if they win. We don't want them to win the league. Let's get that clear, right?
Of course not. But I'm saying if that option was out, they definitely won the league. Would you want them to win the league in isolation or with the Champions League?
Yeah.
I'd want them to win the Champions League with it. Good for him, man. A good manager, man. Top bloke.
Fergie did that once in 25 or how long was he there? 27 years?
Fergie got 27 years or something.
Pep does that in year number 3. That'd be insane, isn't it?
Well, listen. Don't compare Fergie to Pep.
No, I'm just saying. Look, it's an incredible.
Just for the camera, let's get this straight. Who's a better manager, Fergie or Pep?
The honours list will tell you something.
Now, forget the honours list. Who's a better manager?
Let me ask you one thing now.
Oh my God!
Wait, let me ask you one thing now.
It's a simple answer.
No, let me ask you one thing now. Oh no, let me Fergie by that.
Yeah,
No.
cool.
But do you think Fergie would be winning trebles and setting records like Fergie if he was a manager today?
What, in this era where Man City have got an unlimited budget?
Yeah.
United practically got unlimited budget as well. So they both got like a blank checkbook.
But it's not just that. It's Pep Guardiola coming because he's doing what he's done in every league. He gets a hold of the league and he's shaking the shit out of it.
Not
He's
really.
strangling it.
Listen, okay, he did it in Spain.
He got 100 points last year.
Yes, he did.
And he looks like he's on target for
Yeah,
another,
it was-
95? Not many managers
A lot of
hit
people did
290
say,
plus
look, he
points
managed Bayern, that's the only team in the league. Or he managed Barca, it's only Barca and
Well,
Madrid.
Dortmund are on top of the league right now.
Yeah, exactly. But what he did with City last year, that was quite good. Actually, it was very good. It wasn't quite good. It was very
100
good.
points, man.
It was very, very good. Let's not try to downplay that. But I still think Fergie would have won.
I'm not saying he wouldn't won, but would he do it in the same dominance?
I
that
don't think
Pep's
he would have.
doing?
No.
So does that not speak
So
how
why?
good
'Cause
about
you know
how
when-
good Pep is then?
Of course it does. Because even Mourinho, when Mourinho first came, it was in 04 Mourinho came. Or 03, 04, around
Yeah,
that
he
era.
won back-to-back titles and then Fergie
Back-to-back
went
time.
and came.
Yeah, and Fergie was there as well. And I personally think Guardiola's a better manager than Mourinho. So if Mourinho did that with that Chelsea team, and remember, you understand, Chelsea at that time as well, they were spending big as well.
They were literally the Man City of
They
the
were literally Man City, that's right, yeah. So, yeah, I think Guardiola would do the same. I don't think Fergie would have won. Of course he would have won, but he wouldn't have won as many titles, especially with this.
No, I'm not saying back then. I'm saying if he comes now,
Yeah.
so he did another, just say 10-year stint.
All right, yeah.
Do you think he would win? Because like in 10-year stint, he was at the level where he was getting 5 or 6 Premier League titles in 10 years, which is incredible.
Solid.
But do you think if he had right now Pep Guardiola there,
No.
Klopp there,
No.
let me finish.
Sorry.
And just say the Chelsea managers, that's always rotating, but they
Yeah.
always manage
Yeah.
to grab a league title
Yeah.
or two. Do you think Fergie would get 5 out of 6? Oh, sorry, 5 to 6 out of 10.
No. Probably
Premier
3.
Leagues. Still a good record.
That's
there.
fantastic. That's still good as well, man. And but it just shows how good the Premier League is. Even though you should think Spanish football's better. That's a different topic. Well, we could discuss it now if you like.
No, it's
Okay, let's not.
That'll keep me going all night, man.
Yeah.
And I'll end up hating you
Yeah.
by the end of this podcast.
Premier League is the best. You know why I like Fergie? Because he's Scottish. No. The reason why I like Fergie is because mainly, players like John O'Shea, Wes Brown, Gary Neville,
That's what Klopp's doing right now.
Fletcher, bang on. I was just going to link that.
Max out of them.
He's getting 110% out of them players. Because, under Fergie, if Fergie wasn't there, Wes Brown, Fletcher, was it Cleverley as well, who used to play for United, Anderson, Nani was quite decent. But all the borderline average type
The ones that end up at West Ham.
who don't know West Ham or Southampton or Stoke or something like that, yeah.
He got them
He
winners
got
titles.
110% out of them.
He got them winners medals.
Yeah,
as well.
man, he did.
To be
man.
fair,
He
let's
did.
get one thing clear.
He
Though.
did. And
Right now-
that can't be taught, man. You just have to have that in you as a manager. To get the best out of your players. You can't. There's no course how to get the best out of your players. Actually, there probably is. But that's just like an innate attribute that someone has in them. You need to inspire someone else and to get 110% out of them. I forget that.
I think one thing though, Klopp's doing pretty much the same in terms of. Does
No.
anyone think? No. Does anyone think Ronaldo's an amazing player before he got into a Liverpool shirt with
I
Klopp?
still don't think he's an amazing player.
No, but look at what he's doing at Liverpool. He's a key part of why Liverpool are pushing for this title.
I can see your point, but I think Klopp's doing it at the lesser scale.
No, this is the thing.
Like he's doing it at the bottom of the
Liverpool
scale.
hit 90 points this season
Yeah.
and don't win the title. How many teams have done that before? The problem isn't that Klopp isn't getting the most out of these players, because he's getting pretty much everything out of all these players. It's just that he's up against a Man City team that are hitting 90 points for fun. They look like they're going to be on 95 by the end of this season. Yeah. Obviously they'll drop a couple more points, but they'll be close to 90 plus, or mid 90s, shall I say, and that would be back-to-back years. How many teams have been up against that?
Yeah, that's a nice story. It's a nice case.
Oh no, I'm not using that as a
Yeah, I
stick
know.
of like achievement. I'm
But
just saying
no-
that's the progress that Klopp has made.
Yeah,
though.
it is a progress. Yeah,
Which is what you were saying about Fergie getting the max out of them
getting the
players.
best out, yeah, and so
I'm
with
saying that's
Guardiola.
what Klopp is doing.
I don't think Klopp's doing it to that level that Guardiola and especially Fergie were doing it.
Points wise, he's getting a lot.
He is, but I don't think if Guardiola had John O'Shea and Wes Brown and Fletcher and Phil Neville,
let me just put it to this.
I don't think he would get the best out of him just like Fergie did. I don't know if I should say this.
Who?
Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe is overrated. Man.
Oh my god! Do you know what? I've been sat forward all game. Yeah, all game. Podcast.
Mbappe
I need to like.
Is very, very overrated. Let me tell you one thing. Now, hear me out on this, people. Kylian Mbappe. You know, if his name was Kevin Morgan. Seriously, because you know, names play a. You know, like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Dimitar Berbatov. You know, Kylian Mbappe. You know, if his name was Kevin Morgan, no one would go on about him. He's got a great name, hasn't he? Kylian Mbappe. Fantastic name. Rolls with the tongue perfectly. But listen, I'm not saying he's shit. Of course not.
But he's overrated.
He's overrated big time. He's a good player, but he's not world class or just like he's nowhere near that yet.
Okay, so
nowhere near that.
Who is he amongst like in his peers? Like, where would you say he ranks? You wouldn't put him in the Messi and Ronaldo.
You know why I'm not going to put him in a category? Because the few games I don't watch the French league.
So how can you say he's overrated?
Chatouai. The French league's a farmers league, yeah. Number one here. We all know that, yeah. And that's why PSG keep getting exposed against United and Barca. Remember when Barca came back, scored 4 goals against them, and because they're used to that farmers league slow football, they're used to steamrolling teams. What are they, about 97 points clear already at this stage of the season? Something daft like that, like there's no point. But with Kylian Mbappe, you know, when I've watched his games, like this, let's talk about the most current game, the United game, yeah.
He didn't get a break, man.
He didn't get past Luke Shaw once. You know why he's on the other side? I'm joking. He didn't get past Luke Shaw once. Seriously, he didn't get past Luke Shaw once. And I'm thinking, yo. And then you remember that? Listen, we watched that game together. Remember when he missed that 1-on-1? What did I say to you? I hope United go and score. I'm a Liverpool fan. I was saying this because of that miss where he just bottled it and he just fell over and like. Listen, if you're a world class or just below world class type of player, you don't be missing chances like that. If you had shades of R9 in you, you step over, dink, round the keeper, drop the keeper on his arse, and just slot it in.
He's young, he's gonna have them moments, man.
Oh, come on, man, not big moments like that, man. That's like you score that game, you score that goal, the game's done. But he's over. I'm not saying he's shit. He's a good player.
In that same game, Buffon made a clanger. Look,
Buffon should retire, mate. He's an old man now. You know what I mean? But Mbappe, like, remember that run against Argentina in the World Cup?
Demichelis, isn't it? Was it
Mascherano?
Mascherano, yeah.
Like, he's running against a 34, 35-year-old Mascherano, yeah. Oh, I see that he burnt him. Like, come on, bro. Walcott was burning people, as was Sterling burning people. Like, you didn't call them like world class already.
I think he lifted the trophy. He did have a good knockout rounds.
Lily, that was a great French team. Okay, he's a World Cup winner. You know who else is a World Cup winner? Steven Nzonzi.
Giroud, who didn't have a shot on target.
Nzonzi's a World Cup winner. Mustafi's a World Cup winner with Germany.
Yeah.
Like, just because, like,
he's young, yeah. It's too early.
Yeah, but I'm saying
he's a good player.
He's got potential to be world class. Yes, I'm not denying that. However,
is he world class right now?
Of course not. No chance. No chance. I don't know why he's saying ooh for. He's not world class now, man. Of course not. Who would he class about world class? Is Messi and Ronaldo or them two world class?
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. Who else would he put in world class?
World class 11 right now. If I had to pick right now,
world class. Aguero's world class. Agree?
Right now, so best 11 right now. Let's talk about best 11 right now.
Wait. Just give me your world class list. 4 or 5 players.
Just going forward, yeah? Not defensively.
Obviously forward, yeah. Forward, yeah, because we're talking about attackers, yeah.
Going forward.
Messi, Ronaldo, standard.
Yeah, Messi, Ronaldo. I think Suarez might be coming out of that bracket.
Suarez, yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he's probably getting out of
Don't
there
put him in
right
that.
now.
Aguero?
I'm struggling already.
Exactly. Aguero? I'd say maybe Aguero.
Yeah. I don't know if he's got enough around in his all-round game to be world class.
De Bruyne?
Yeah, De Bruyne is.
Yeah, okay. Let's stick with De Bruyne.
Bale is. For me, Bale.
When he's fully fit.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes,
I'm not going to say when he's on.
Yeah, when he's crossing like that. I don't know about Bale, man. I think
is Hazard world class?
I think he is.
Do you think for a guy with his ability, technically, he should have more goals? Like, what makes him world class if he's got all that ability, but he's not putting it into the back of the net?
Maybe the manager, maybe the formation of the team, maybe tactics. Like I said, if Hazard was in that Liverpool team, he'd be banging more in than Salah, mate. But anyway, back to Mbappe. Would you put him in the same category as Aguero, Ronaldo, Messi? Yet, like, currently speaking, you've just watched his last game, full 90 minutes against United.
No, but then
you wouldn't. So he's not world class.
At 20, how many of them were putting performances in like that would make you
the real Ronaldo?
No, we're on about Messi, Ronaldo right now.
All right, yeah, true. But hence why at the moment I want to classify him world class. Of course, he can be world class. He probably will be world class in a couple of years time. But currently speaking, right now, when you're playing a C side, not even a B side, you're playing a C side United team with Scott McTominay in midfield and Luke Shaw.
They didn't not go through because of Mbappe.
And yes, it did. He missed a sitter.
Yeah, but then you got the right back playing that pass.
Right.
You've got the Buffon clanger and then the VAR.
Yeah.
I mean, Mbappe created enough and scored enough to take.
What was the last major incident before the VAR incident? That miss.
I can't remember.
It was that miss. No, it was that miss. The major incident where if we scored that, and even for the VAR penalty, which was given, if they scored that and they did score it, it would have been negligible. It wouldn't have made a difference, man. Seriously. You know what was world class? You know when Ronaldo, R9, when he was at PSV?
Yeah, let's not bring him into it, man.
Yeah, let's not. But same age, we're talking about the same age. When he was the same age, put Michael Owen. Michael Owen was 1920, mate. You would have buried that for joke, man. So would have Ronaldo. And
yeah, I get it.
so I think he's a good player, very good player, but he's not world class yet, man. I think we need to calm down.
He's on the cusp. He's getting there. He's getting there. If he's not, he's getting there. He's not far off.
And you realise, have the standards of world class dropped as the years have gone along?
Oh yeah, because the pool of players around him.
Yeah, it has, innit? Like everyone's standards now, like
it's the standard. Like, you know, if the best player in the world right now, bar Messi, Ronaldo, if after that the best player is a 7 out of 10, he's world class because he's the best out there.
Yeah, in the current. Yeah, I understand that.
That's how it works.
I understand that. That's a fair point. You know, the current version of the Ballon d'Or. Do you reckon, in brackets, that should just be called the top scorer award?
It wasn't until Modric got there, innit?
Because Philip Lahm said that quite a while back. He said about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
Now Modric went and broke that mold.
Yeah. Okay, you might have the odd anomaly here and there, but just generally speaking, it's a top goal scorer award, isn't it?
Well, Messi's going to probably sweep it up this year.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's already got like 33 in 32 games or something. Hence the top goal scorer award. Yeah. But it's not just that. When you're watching him play, he's still doing some of the
Yes, ridiculous.
So it's hard whether to say the top scorer award because Messi is generally out there, I think, regarded as the best around. Not even close anymore. So
what, you think is better than Cristiano?
Oh, yeah. Especially now.
You're saying a bit confidently. What if they're both at the peak? Like,
I'm on about this season right now.
Because generally speaking... Actually, I know you're going to say anyway, but forget that. That's going to be another...
No, I can recognise...
Another long topic.
I can recognise Ronaldo's talents.
Yeah.
The overrated... No, I'm joking. But I'm going to get screwed if I say that.
He supports Palestine, you dig. But anyway,
no, as a human being, I love Ronaldo.
That's a bit concerning. That's a bit concerning.
His wife better watch out. No, but as a footballer, Messi leaves my jaw open too much.
Bet he does. It's all you got a sore throat.
Yeah. No, mate.
There were reports today that Shamima Begum...
No, we're not even talking about her properly. We're just going to take the piss.
Yes, we are.
You don't think she should be allowed in the country, do you?
I think she should.
Fuck off.
Why not?
She has no fucking remorse for what she did. And asked if she should do it again.
She's been through a lot, man.
Oh, listen. Yeah, fucking hell, she's been through a lot. Listen. Let me say one thing. If she showed any remorse... If you ask her, would she do it again? She would.
No, she wouldn't.
She would.
She was saying that I made a mistake. What do you want to do? Beg on her knees, please let me back in. Because there's no point begging if
they asked her, did she regret it? She said no.
Yeah, because at that time she was groomed.
No, they're asking her now, do you regret it?
No, they didn't say that to her.
Yeah, they did. She's coming out, I don't regret what I did. She says she's only
What'd
coming
she
back
do?
for... fucking...
What did she take?
She's joined the fucking terrorists. No, but let's not take the... Listen. She said she's only coming back for her children's free healthcare and shit.
Fair point.
But that's not her...
How many other people have come to this country for free healthcare, free education?
But she fled from it. How many people have come here?
Yeah.
People come on boats for this shit. She's fucking going away on one.
Yeah, but you know what?
Fucking stay.
Ultimately, she was 15 years old. She was groomed into joining this society, which was apparently a utopia. I just made that word up, you didn't realise. It's a legit word.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. She was convinced that, look, I'm going to move to this place where there's going to be, like, everything is perfect harmony and peace, and it's not like the UK. She was 15, Lily. She wasn't an adult, she was a child. In the same way, listen, you know when...
Alright, let me say this. When she's come back, she's saying all the wrong things.
I agree with you on that. She's daft like that, isn't she? Innit? Like,
then why should we care? Listen, if someone comes, I want to come here, I want to basically step on shit all over the place. Come to your country, just wipe my shit off. Yeah. That's what she's basically saying. It's not
is
that.
This actually a topic now?
It fucking feels like it. But my point is, it's a short one because if it's down to me, with what she said, I'm not saying she should never have been given the chance to come back.
Yeah.
Because she's spoke about why she believes she should be back. And I'm like,
quite a few people think she should be back, man.
Not this one.
Yeah, apart from you, but obviously the majority think that, leave her there.
I'm a big believer in second chances. I make a lot of fuck-ups in reality as well.
We all do, mate.
Yeah, so...
There's no involved joining a terrorist organisation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yet. Listen, where's that flag gone? No, I'm joking. Listen, She was 15. You know, when a girl's groomed in this country...
Yeah, I've nicked a packet of sweets at 15.
No,
That's as bad as it gets.
Listen, Paul Chowdhury, I think someone sent me a clip of Paul Chowdhury where he's saying that, you know, if it was a girl who's being groomed, they'll do a party for her. Oh, you've been through so much, well done, this, that. But if you join a terrorist organisation at the same age, you're scum, you're this, you're that, stay there, don't let her back. The principle should be universal. Like, it should be one rule. You were both, like, you were groomed at 15. I understand she should be showing more remorse. She should be even probably adding a bit on, saying, look, you know, I want to come back and do workshops on how to, like...
This is what I'm saying,
yeah, she should be saying them stuff. She should be,
even if she doesn't believe it,
yeah,
say the right things.
Yes, I know, man.
She's saying all the right things to make sure she doesn't come back.
Yeah, I know, that's... But, yeah.
So I'm like, if you're not even got the common sense to lie your way back to the country, then fuck off, innit?
It's as if she wants to stay there. And it's as if, like, you know, she expects that, you know, the British public to be grateful to have her back. Such a person to come back, like, you know what I mean?
She's totally around the situation wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
That's what I do. I change my mind.
No, I agree with you in the sense that she should be doing a lot more to come back to this country in terms of how she should be apologetic, remorseful. I agree. Like, I remember I seen a clip of her now that you mentioned it, yeah, where she goes, one time I opened a bin and there was a beheaded head in there, like a decapitated head in there, yeah? And the interview's not even asked her, like, how do you feel? She goes, I seen a head in there, yeah, and it didn't faze me. Like, you heartless bitch. Like, she said, and I'm saying, why are you saying that stuff? Are you stupid?
She's trying to make sure she doesn't get public appeal. She's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck the public, I'll come back on my own terms.
There were reports today apparently that baby died. I don't know why I laughed when I said that.
Are you being serious?
Fuck it, edit that.
No, I'm not going to edit that.
You bastard, edit that.
Are you being serious? There's reports that baby died.
There are reports.
And you can see the sick smile on this fucker's face.
He's let one off. That's what I'm smiling.
Fucking let one off.
Nah,
do you know one thing? I've been farting like a machine all
day.
Yeah.
And
good. Today, since the podcast, I haven't let one rip.
Wicked.
I let two.
Apart from now, yeah. But yeah, kid. You need to get rid of that part. Sorry, mate.
That's gonna be right at the start.
You fucking cock.
Evil packies.
Don't let me. You can't have that on, mate. You can't have that on. Yeah. I'm the giggles now, man.
What made you laugh?
Oh, imagine this was life. Imagine it was life.
I'd walk out the room. It doesn't laugh. I'd walk out the room. And I'd be back in the house and be like, BRB.
Right, let me compose myself. Oh, right. Fresh.
Oh my god. I don't know what possessed someone to laugh. Can you imagine? Otto, you'd be a sick BBC reporter.
Oh my god.
There have been 3 deaths in a fight today. Right. Oh shit, my throat's hurting.
Oh. I understand your point. She should be showing more remorse. I don't know why you're laughing. Just spit it out. Relax. Swallow it slowly.
You're a dick.
Today I was reading the reports. Unconfirmed reports. Alright, listen, forget the baby part. We're not going to talk about the baby, the unconfirmed reports.
Not just oh, you dickhead. Oh. Right, we've tried that 4 times. We're moving on from that. Moving on from that.
But yeah, you changed my mind. Keep her there. Don't bring her back, man. She's not been remorseful enough. You've changed my mind, Ellie. My main point was, you know, if it was like a grooming incident, she was young, she was underage, she was a kid, she didn't know what she was doing. In the same way, she didn't know what she was doing. However, you're right. She's not showing no remorse in it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, she did get taken away when she was in a vulnerable age. I was about to say state, vulnerable age.
She's groomed online.
But it's the way she's come back. Yeah. That's what it is. It's not. She could have done the worst things over the last 10 years, and now she's decided to come back in a correct manner.
Apart from being a housewife, she actually did nothing, apparently.
Yeah, I'm not saying she did anything, but I'm saying look what she's coming back with, though.
What about if she's been traumatised so much by this, like she
doesn't sound like she's been traumatised.
Yeah, you're right. She doesn't.
She sounds like she's bragging.
Borderline bragging.
Yeah, and that's like just taking the piss, really. It's almost piss taking. Yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
If you want to just do, I don't even know what to say.
Ultimately,
lots of words with her.
I think she was groomed, but she's not done enough to get back into this country.
Yeah,
I mean, she should be coming out with stuff like, you know, I want to do workshops and to prevent any other people from going abroad, and I've been there and it's not worth it, and it's all a lie. You know what I mean? But she's not doing none of that, innit? So yeah, I agree with you, man.
So I hope you did enjoy our first podcast. We have a lot of requests on certain subjects, so if we haven't covered it yet, hopefully we will next week. And we should also be joined by another guest, another one that's already been on this channel before. I don't know why I went like that, as if he's already here.
Exactly.
But yeah, I hope you did enjoy my company today, who you will see next week. Otto, if you want to say anything to the camera before you go.
I hope you weren't offended by my views today.
Okay, thank you very much. I thought you might appreciate their viewing, but okay.
And thank you for watching us as well.
Alright guys, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, you obviously give this video a like. If you got any other comments or any other ideas you want to, put that out there, just put it in the comment section and we'll pick up on that. Until next time guys, peace.